Hi everyone, welcome to my latest podcast. Before we discuss our topic today, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to look at the current mortgage market. Again, we're seeing the market as unpredictable. We're all aware lenders are putting products and rates at short notice, some with only hours notification. I can only emphasise to you, check the rate and product are still available on the lender website before submitting the application. Make sure all relevant documentation is attached and manage your client's expectations. Last week, we saw the Chancellor meet with lenders and the mortgage charter has been signed. As we speak, by, I understand, 75% of lenders. This sets out standards lenders will adopt when helping customers through this turmoil. I've included a summary of this in the Mortgage News Roundup, along with a link to the HM Treasury website, where this is covered in more detail. We will, of course, keep you updated on any further developments. We've also seen a hike in the base rates of 5%, with predictions this could be over 6% by the end of the year, if only we had that crystal ball. This leads to many questions. For example, will lenders stay put and upgrade their existing property? If so, where will they look for additional funds to carry out these improvements? Buy-to-let landlords, will the professionals stay in the market and upgrade their properties to EPC requirements? Will the amateur landlords sell and go out the market? Today, I'm pleased to have with me Simon Craddock, Corporate Relationship Manager at Nationwide. We're going to look at their green additional borrowing range, which has recently been launched, and maybe the answer to some of these questions. Simon, thanks for joining me.
Hi, Nita, good to be here.
Great. My first question, Simon, what's the rationale behind this product?
Well, we've had green additional borrowing products out for some time, but the take-up has been relatively low. And when considering making green retrofit changes to properties, unless the applicant has cash, they need to borrow to be able to get the work done. Interest rates on borrowing can add an extra layer of complexity, can also increase the term and the cost of the work that they need to undertake. So therefore, we thought, well, if we offer a 0% green additional borrowing product, we'd better understand our members and whether low or indeed no interest rates would actually increase the uptake of people borrowing to be able to improve their properties.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand what you're saying there. So with regard to that, who's it actually open to?
Well, it's a pilot at the moment. It's open to nationwide borrowers. So you need to have a nationwide mortgage, and we need to have had it for at least 6 months to be able to get access to the further advance. It's initially open to 5,000 borrowers, and there's an interest rate of 0% available on either a 2 or 5 year fixed rate product.
So will you be opening up to the intermediary market at some point? Are you just testing the water on this, Simon?
Well, yes, we're testing the water. I mean, it's open to intermediaries. Intermediaries can actually place the additional borrowing cases for their clients. There's obviously some minimums and maximums in terms of borrowing amounts. So the maximum that they can borrow is between £5,000 and £15,000, and 100% of the funds need to be used for energy efficient home improvements. So that will be things like solar panels, air source heat pumps, insulation, boiler upgrades, double glazing, electric car points, those kind of things. So yeah, it's available for intermediaries to do. It's not available to new borrowers to Nationwide though. It's purely a further advance.
So you're saying there's just certain things that are eligible for the actual loan. So I'm assuming from that you'll need receipts, things like that to justify the borrowing. So that be down to the intermediary to get for you.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's a relatively small amount of lending. We may ask for some idea of what the costings are for. We may ask for receipts. We may not. It depends on the individual case. Yeah, it's always prudent to get some confirmation of what the monies are being used for. But I wouldn't say on every case we're going to ask for anything.
Okay, just a question then. Do you pay a PROC fee for the advisor on that?
Yep, they'll get normal prop fee on the advance.
Any exclusions?
Not really. I mean, it's the exclusions are based on the criteria. So you've got the maximum loan of 15,000. So if you want to borrow more than that, it's obviously not going to be applicable. We in the studies that we've had, the average loan that we were doing on our green further advances was around £15,000. So we felt that maximum 15,000 was about the right place to be with it. So no real exclusions other than criteria.
So at the end of the 2 or 5 years, I'm rightly saying that goes on to the standard variable rate, and is it then added to the existing mortgage loan?
Well, it's dealt with as a separate loan, so you're absolutely right. At the end of the 2 or 5 year period, it will attract our the standard variable rate or whatever that is at that time. Obviously, they could take it, assuming it's affordable, over a short period. So it could be, a 5 year fix could be taken over a 5 year term, so there's no interest payable. Or indeed, if they want to take it over longer term, at the end of the 5 years, they could pay off the balance so that there is no interest. But that, obviously when they come to the end, it's revert to standard variable rate, and then they can choose a relevant product that is available at that time.
So is it a full application form, Simon?
It's done online on our online system. So yes, it will be an application. It will be assessed as any other further advance would be assessed. We don't the value we tend to do desktop valuations on the properties unless there's work being done, and then we may do a valuation after that. But there's no cost to the client for that, and there's no obviously no product fee.
So for an intermediary, this is all available on the intermediary website, is it? All the details of the product, etc. That's
right. Yeah, we've set up a Greener Homes Hub, which has a number of resources available to brokers. So in addition to the information that you've got about the additional borrowing proposition, there's also information about our green product range, which is basically a cashback of either £250 or £500 available to someone that's buying a property with a high B rated property or an A rated property. So if you've got a new borrower purchasing a property, then that's available. Also within the hub, we have a home energy efficiency tool, which provides a personalised action plan to help customers and brokers alike to green their properties. So we've got the hub there, and there's also other resources available for brokers to have a look at in relation to green. So there's a Greener Homes Hub. Everything they need is in there, and if they want to do an application on behalf of their clients, then they just use NFI Online as they would do normally.
Right. So is this a limited offer, Simon, or is it going to be a product that you're going to run with going forward?
Initially, it's for 5,000, the first 5,000 members. So it's quite a significant investment that we've made in this. But yeah, initially 5,000, and it's just to see if it has a positive impact on people looking to retrofit their homes and green their properties, and see what impact it has. Does no interest attract more people or to retrofit their properties rather than having an interest rate charged?
Great. So basically, if an advisor wants any more details on this, just log onto your website and it will be on there for them.
Yeah, as I say, in the Greener Homes Hub, there's in the A to Z lending criteria that under G, Greener Homes Hub, and everything they need will be in there.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Simon.
No problem.
So in summary, I think you'll agree we needed a lender to enter the market with an innovative product. Nationwide have fit the bill. Let's hope others follow.